What's up, YouTube? We're back with another video.
We are back. We are back.
Just say that shit.
We are back.
Yeah.
Rolling as usual. This time around, I'm sitting with. Actually, I won't say it. Mr. Mix.
Say it, bro. Say it. He's gonna eventually say
I'm
it.
gonna say it. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about J. Cole in the building. Heshon Comedy. Yeah, welcome to Comedy Cast,
Yeah, man.
Khale re batla go dula re bue.
Hey, bro.
Re
I, you know me. I don't do these things, man.
Yeah, no.
I just rap and bounce ideas, and sit behind the scenes, dog.
And watch it fall apart. For the rest, I mean.
No, it's not even that. I'd still be there. I'd still be there doing my thing, but
This nigga is the type of nigga to commit arson and stand there with the fire brigade. Like, what happened?
sure,
Eh?
and help you look for the guy.
Yeah,
All
you
of
know
that.
what I mean? Yeah, man. Hagitsi Rqala guy, what's been on your mind? What's going on? Uboning.
What have we been seeing, bro? This guy. We're actually talking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect start to it, and then
Oh, the homie
segue.
owner buaka.
yes. So the importance of albums.
I think for context, let me tell the people what this guy said. So
Sure.
basically, he was saying if you have a 16-track album,
Yeah.
right? Don't drop that album, break it apart into several mini EPs, 3-4 tracks or singles or whatever. So drop 3 tracks, do remixes of those 3 tracks, get traction, and then package another 3 tracks, like. And me and you are on the same wavelength in terms of that. Like, I don't think that's advisable because it takes away the creative process of, not the creative process, but what an album actually stands for. Like, the approach to an album
Yeah.
versus an EP is completely different.
Yeah, but there's also layers to it, right? Because we were also talking about, like, what do you really do it for? You know, there's someone there that was talking about having to do it for a fan base, grow, just to grow a fan
Sure.
base, right? I get it, but that will come. That comes. You
Word.
know what I mean?
I think what triggered me in that post is that it's not the idea of frequently dropping music or being consistent, right?
Yeah.
But it's the idea that the audience's attention span is that short that don't drop an album
Yeah,
at all.
so you do want listeners, but now for me, right, having to do things because listeners want this, and you know, you're saying listeners have a short listening span or whatever, right? It doesn't make sense for me.
Sure.
Because now I'm still that music lover that wants to go look for music, that looks for albums and want to find out what this artist is actually about.
Sure.
But now when you are pushing and doing all of these things and being in people's faces all the time, yes, we are in that time.
Yeah.
But something also made me think about it, knowing that Spotify, for example, the way they're going to start paying people.
This is part of that problem.
This is part of the problem, right? Because now you want to do so much so that you can get to the numbers. You forget about the art. You know, and Kamo, you are sweating so much. Guys, a 3-minute fucking song does not take 3 minutes to make.
Yeah.
Right, it takes some time. So yes, you want your returns, you want all of that, but before anything, for me, it's the art. So
I think another thing, like with the oversaturation of music, like niggas are flooding these streaming platforms, bro, because it's so easy to release music, right? Everybody has access to releasing music.
Sure.
So now a Spotify can now put itself, we're going to curate,
Sure.
right, the music that's on our platform.
Mm.
Now what we're just gonna do is set a boundary. If you don't reach these targets, you're not getting paid. So now everybody's dropping music every week, hoping that one of these songs catch, right? So in a year, I drop 1,000 songs,
And
and
none of them
all
catch.
of them don't reach. You know what I'm saying? It's
And
like,
none of them catch,
yeah,
bro.
you disturb algorithm, dog. Like, le rona re batla, you know what I mean? You're
It's like you are working so hard for that system,
sure.
you know, and
Instead of
okay,
creating your own
instead
system.
of creating your own system, find a lane. There are so many lanes. You can create your own. You don't necessarily need to go that far unless that's really what you're looking for,
As
you
well.
know. But there's people out there that really listen to albums start to finish. You want to know what mind state was this artist in at that point.
Away.
There's artists that take a while to release, but when they do, you know that it's going to be something heavy. You know, for example, with um, who's this guy? I'm still listening to Absol to this
Sure,
day, right? And
Yeah,
even
that
then,
album is
you understand.
yeah. And that's the thing about an album, right? I can't think of EPs off the top of my head, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's like Bo Earth Gang, you know, when they came up, they came in with EPs. But
Mhm.
even those EPs, there was a very well thought out approach.
Yeah,
It wasn't just a bunch of music put
Yeah.
together, right?
yeah,
There was a theme to it. There was a whole narrative. You felt like you are in. I mean, the one where they get picked up by the Uber driver, and it's,
yeah.
you know,
And he was in the interludes.
you know what I'm saying. The
Sure.
whole journey, you feeling like you're part of
Sure.
a story, a part of a situation. You know what I'm saying.
That's very true.
Now, how Rabatori? No, just take that song and then remix it, and then drop it again, and then remix the remix. What are we
It's so
talking
much,
about,
bro.
dog?
It's
It's
really
a
so
lot.
much because there's so much that is already out there. You know, that imagine if everyone was thinking in that manner.
Sure.
Just drop, and imagine how many people are actually doing that.
Already people are doing
and
that.
How many people? So it's still the same whether you are doing all of that or you know releasing according to what you feel
You
as the
feel.
artist, right?
Word.
What catches, bro.
Yeah.
You can, like we're saying, you can do
And it
all
might
these
take a minute
songs.
to catch, but it'll catch at some
You
point.
know what I mean?
If it's
That one song from that time is probably the one that's gonna catch maybe a year later.
a year later.
You never know, you know. So having to work your ass off, you know, and sweat like that, bruh.
I feel you.
I'm not really about that. So
Yeah,
that guy, and it's also about these type of messages. The thing about me also, when I looked at it, he was so confident when he said it. Right?
Yeah. He's
I read, you know,
he's he's
and that's
he's-
okay. That's
yeah,
okay.
like,
But I'm not.
I don't know, man. Another thing for me is, I mean, since I've been doing this content stuff, right? I'm I'm consuming a lot of content.
Mhm.
So I'm checking out a lot of these dudes, and I quickly realized, like, yo, too many niggas out here got advice.
Mm.
You have to curate who you're listening to,
Sure.
why you're listening to, who you're listening to. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because everybody thinks they know, and if you're not able to, if you're uninformed, I'm going back to this
Yeah.
again, information, guys. If you're
Yeah.
uninformed, then anybody in front of a mic like me or you saying some shit you've never heard before is gonna sound like
The truth.
truth, and it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean. But if you're not able to think and make your own or decide what kind of way you're trying to operate and move or navigate the game and the system, then you're
Yeah.
gonna follow everybody's advice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And wa goeletsa o latlhega. You're just gonna end up making any kind of music for
And the
just
truth
the
is,
sake
everybody that really blows up did it their own way.
Yeah.
There was
100%.
no real formula to what they did.
And even when we talk about from a content point of view, right? So you release music, that music needs content.
Yeah.
This idea of majita ba ema mo pele ga camera fela ba rapper, it works sometimes. Like there needs to be something. O gopole, for simple visuals, they are accompanied by a powerful song.
Yeah.
Like one must do the work, right?
Yeah.
So for a simple song that's not really that hectic, go for like more intricate visuals. Like use one of the devices to catch people's attention.
Yeah.
So in either way, either space, you need to either be super creative or involve people that are gonna elevate the creative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what man, I get already ke tlhalosa yang. I know when I want tlhaloganya, like, you know, but for example, bo Absol, there's this video, Blowfly, J Rock and Absol. That video is so simple,
It's very simple.
but there's an aesthetic appeal to it. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And those cats have been on that kind of wavelength recently, and
Yeah.
it's like, man,
Not
I like
overthinking
this
it.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's done very well.
Sure.
You almost think it's simple.
Actually.
You know what I'm saying? You almost think it's simple until you try and replicate that shit, and you're like, actually, it took a lot of thinking, it took a lot of effort, it took planning, it took, people sitting down and curating shots and, figuring out what kind of film aesthetic they want to go for. Like, there's all kinds of intricate
Yeah.
things you have to consider.
Yeah, they didn't just press play.
And those things apply across the board, to the music. So that's why the album is important, because for me, it's where an artist showcases their ability to storytell or put you in a particular space where they were,
Yes, sir.
and help you understand what they were feeling. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know.
No, that's definitely what it is, man. Because you have those, but also at the same time you have that.
Sure.
You have that other side, and again, at the end of the day, I guess it's okay, but we are in a situation where a lot of people just really don't listen anymore.
Word.
It becomes that now. It's all about, and you can't blame them for thinking that way, because now when you go out or anything like that and you actually get to talk to people, it's always about hey, Pina Ele, man, with that beat so
Ele.
ele. Or they like one line or just the hook and whatever, and that's really what it's about.
Word.
But there's also the other side, where it takes a while to make the song. You're writing, you're rewriting, you're finding a different beat for the song. You're
Sure.
doing all of these things, bruh. It's stressful.
Let me ask you a question. Like, when it comes to writing, right, and having a South African audience in mind, like, how do you navigate that? Because I
don't care about none of that,
don't
bro.
think a lot of the mainstream consumer base gives a fuck about lyricism.
And I don't give a fuck about anyone that doesn't give a fuck about lyricism. That's what I'm saying.
I asked the wrong nigga this
Yeah,
question.
no. You weren't supposed to ask me that,
Yeah.
because now it's like no, I don't think about that. because I want to be happy with what I wrote.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I want to be happy with what I put down. And there's times where I'm like, hey man, I need to rewrite that.
Sure.
I'm
Hey,
coming,
that's a
guy,
good
this day, I'm gonna redo this verse.
Yeah.
And maybe and my redoing is redoing things like the tone, even if it's just
Sure.
one line. I'm like, no, but if I put that line there, the whole thing is not
The
going to
flow
sound
is
the same.
off, or,
So
you know.
I'm doing the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
I don't. You don't necessarily find me talking about holes and whatever,
Sure.
bottles and all of that shit, right? But I talk about things that I feel. If you listen to anything that I have done, maybe back then, sure,
Sure.
right? Maybe even.
I mean, it's in every rapper's catalog, man. That, you know.
Sure, but
that shit talking,
but you grow, you think about it. Then it was, you know, I was doing it for different reasons. But now it's totally different to what I was thinking then.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I stopped caring a very long time ago, because either way, you know, it's what I have to put out. Someone is going to relate to it.
100%.
Someone has to relate to it. Whether it's
100%.
one person, two people, that's fine with me. It's not going to stop me from making more music.
I get you.
At all. So if I start thinking about that, you know, but obviously things like having to in a sense you kind of think about it, but not in that way, ya gore, no, this one is specifically for, you know, or what's this person gonna think.
Sure.
When I do this, or,
Sure.
or when I do this type of song, or anything like that, or like, no, this one's going to hit the club. I don't even do club music.
Yeah, I think I get exactly what you mean, because I find myself in that space now, right, where I'm doing any and everything that I feel like doing. A lot of it hasn't. I mean, I've been sitting on music where I'm like, shit. For example, what set me on fire? There's another one, man, that I did with Jiggy.
Yeah, and those ones that you and
Afro
Jiggy.
beat, that.
Yeah, and
You know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of times I'm like, I want no part of this.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with being able to do that. But
Sure.
now, the beauty in being able to decide, I'm going to put this out, or I'm not going to put this out, or
Yeah,
not
yeah,
yet,
yeah,
or
yeah.
you know what I mean? It's
Sure.
like, now I'm at a point where I need to make people, get people out of this idea, or nasi ke mo rapper fela, right?
Yeah.
Because you get locked into a bag, and then when I do something like Basadi, right, it can go either way, right? But now, what I'm getting now is like, I can rap now. Guys are like, I'm gonna refer.
I think yeah,
I'm like, yo.
that's the difference, right? Because when you enjoy exploring,
Sure.
and you know, le Jiggy, always exploring, always like, you know,
100%.
I just want to rap, bro. Nah, it's always been like that. You know, I just always wanted to rap, but in that same context, I would want to rap differently.
Okay.
You know, the selection of the beats, the theme, you know, of the song, like the subject matter,
Yeah.
always has to be something outside of what anybody was thinking. You know, even if we are talking, Bonsky was saying the other time, he was like, no more come up songs. No more come up songs.
Yeah,
right?
no more Rasutlecha type shit.
And it's really, it was really never that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It was never that. It was more whatever you're going through. And it's crazy. I don't think it's ever been a message of Rasotleha.
Rasotleha.
You know what I mean? It was, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
Like, just life
yeah.
is lifing. There's happy songs, there's sad songs, there's mad songs,
Sure,
there's crazy songs,
sure.
there's this, that. But, you know, I don't know how to explain
Nah,
it,
I
man.
get you 100%.
I don't know,
I
yeah.
get you 100%. Actually, this one is tricky, ne?
Also, regarding albums, I don't know if you saw that I was excited, fucking excited, when Dukes dropped his catalog on his website.
Mafugwami.
His
whole-
old catalog,
everything.
his old catalog, like MC Prayers there. I was so as someone that likes albums.
Yeah, you're like,
I was like, I remember I was like, bro, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Password, everything is like, jump on.
do your
I
thing.
was like, my God, bro. Mafuko, I mean, when last did you listen to Mafuko?
Dog, I've been looking for it, bro. Nike na lady pinayana da from back in the days in the download.
Yeah.
Mari, as a, yeah.
You
Yeah,
understand,
I
bro?
feel
I
you.
listened to it start to finish. I was
feel
so
you.
happy, bro.
Now that's what's up.
So, you know.
So yeah, no, I feel that like guys make albums. Let's get guitaring. We want
just,
singles.
yeah, like.
The club ain't fucking with that shit, nigga.
But the thing is, at the end of the day, when you drop something, I'm not one person to be giving advice. I hate giving advice because I don't take people's advice. I do
Sure.
my own shit.
Yeah.
Just really know what you're doing it for, right? Don't compromise the pen. You know, but whether you are going to do it this way or that way, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure that you are happy with what you also put out, so that even if someone says that was trash, then you don't even have to argue with anyone.
Oh, wait.
You know what I mean?
Oh, wait.
But I feel
But talking
people
of-
would get touched if someone says your shit is trash, because you know it's trash. You're just hoping that they didn't catch on.
Oh, let's bring it home, right? So this one, whatever happens, happens. I don't care. But somebody recently just dropped a diss track, and it's like, why is this thing getting so much clout? And I hate that I have to talk about it, but you know, it's
And then that nigga, he pulled out the hammer. Like, nah, man.
Look, man, I
didn't
think
even-
we need.
I never
we
want
need,
to talk about that.
We
no.
need to get, especially SA hip hop culture. We need to get into that fucking space of calling niggas out that should have no business talking some shit that they talking, right? It goes back to whose advice you take.
Where your
right?
boy is, bro.
So if we're gonna talk about hip hop, and one, a rapper, you gotta be dope. Like you gotta have because why are we listening to you when you clearly are tone deaf or don't understand what it is to be dope?
You see that one. That
Right.
one was peak trolling, bro. That was supreme trolling.
But nah,
That's
man,
how
like,
I saw it. I don't believe that.
I
don't believe that the homie thought that
I
he
believe the
dropped
homie
some
went
hard shit.
Nah, I think he was in studio like this is gonna kill him. This is gonna kill him, dog. I'm telling you. You think nah, bro. He's not trolling, dog. He
I
went
think
in
that was peak
seriously
trolling, man,
saying, "Korea, I'm killing it. This is my come up. This is my blow up. They gonna respect me after this."
No.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no.
I mean, personally,
Moving right along,
I cannot. Let's forget the music. I can't even listen to anything the homie has to say about hip hop. Like you can't talk. Someone needs to revoke his hip hop card. Like you can't, bro. You cannot talk on what's dope, what's not anymore. Because you have no, I wanna flavor, I wanna taste, I will see the difference between sukiri le letswai. Utshela hela wena.
Moving right along.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but
Moving right along.
that
I hear you. That
that shit needs
that
to
week
stop.
was very funny. That
shit
week
needs to
was
stop.
was very funny. There was a whole build up to it.
You
and,
know.
I was.
But anyway, what are you listening to, man? What's new out there that's hot? You haven't put me on music in a while.
I haven't, nah.
Mm.
Wait. Where's my phone? This guy,
Yeah.
EXO put me on some other kid, bruh. On some other kid. I'll send it to you.
Sure.
I just want to get the name, cause he was rapping.
Yeah. It is that lady you shared with me on IG. He's got that kind of Griselda type energy about him. Local kid.
Yeah, there's some 057 kid, man. Kaya Dumako
Yeah.
from Odendal.
I'm gonna check him
He
out.
got signed by P. Dot. Oh shit!
That's dope.
Nah, he's dope. He's dope. He's
That's
friggin'
dope.
dope. Let me actually send it to you. Yeah, and it's hard for it's rare for such to come by, right?
Sure.
But when you see it, you freaking see it.
Yeah, I think this is the kid I'm talking about.
Kid with
You
the
sent
dreads?
me with dreads.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, you sent me a video on IG, I think, and I was like, yo, this kid is hot. It's not the same kid.
No, it's not the same
It's not the
kid.
same kid.
It's not.
I'm gonna check. When I give you someone to kid, kanti ke
Kwanti ke Grootman
ke
Street.
Grootman. Ka lerato, you know. Yeah, man. There's I've been seeing a
but-
few youngins out here, bro, that are bringing back that like
I
rap shit, man.
honestly, I haven't been looking out for it. I've been listening to more like outside of hip hop. I hardly listen to hip hop now.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot. I stumbled across Black Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
I just found out that Cartoons is actually one guy. I thought it was a band.
Oh, snap. Okay.
You should check. They also have a Tiny Desk that's out. I've been checking out what Matlera's been doing. There's these clips he's been dropping, bro. And
That video,
and
that new video he dropped.
he's also dropping his lyrics in those captions,
Sure.
right? So that's actually,
Khwanyiwa out here, ne?
yeah.
Khwanyiwa out here,
Yeah.
bruh. This nigga's project is dope. Big Star Johnson.
Oh shit!
That was a nice
I
listen.
saw an interview of his. I didn't get to actually follow up by listening to the album.
Yeah, it took me a while before I played it, but
Yeah.
it was dope. I liked it, man. Like, he put effort. It's not just a bunch of music
dope.
slapped together, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's,
But even I actually need to listen to that because that one interview that I watched, he was talking about like, he cut his hair.
yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, not like a reinvention, but like more finding himself type
Sure.
of thing. So if you're saying that, then I'll
You
definitely
know what I mean?
check it out.
I
Shout
mean,
out
yeah,
to Big Star.
ona le ngwana, boo, so ngwana tla o change.
Ra gore, wena o batla ngwana?
Fucked up.
Eh.
You know, o tla bereka, chief. You know. But yeah, man, I don't know, is there anything else you wanted to touch on, my
Nah.
nigga?
Not really, no.
Oh, your top 5. Everybody must give a top 5.
Nah.
Top 5 more rappers. Your favorite, not the best.
nah.
Your favorite top 5 rappers all time. Local, international, same bag. Or do you wanna separate it?
I have man. I
Doesn't
try
have
and
to be
listen
all
to
time. I think
everyone.
right now, like who's
Yeah, I
in your
really
top
try to
five? Like,
listen to everyone. There's that. Wabana, this kid that I was telling you about right
yeah,
now. I'm hoping to hear more from him. Um, I'm listening to Mark Homme.
all right.
If you don't know Mark Homme, like please go do yourself a favor. Um, I'm listening to Mick Jenkins a lot.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'm stuck on that Patience album, bro.
yeah,
And I'm going back.
yeah.
You know,
I dig KO. I definitely dig KO.
all right.
I'm still bumping Male Male Ninge Moye. Man,
Sure.
I love that jam, bruh. I love that jam. And I know you're not a fan of it, but hey, man,
Yeah, no,
that song gets
ke a
me
mo reita mare
going.
I kgone hore ha o tla like KO, it's nice, but I keep bone ke
Nah, that track gets me going,
yeah,
bruh. I still listen to a lot of Motswako for sure. Everyone in Motswako, shout out to Bo Streets, the Pioneers, Bo Morafe, Bo Jaba,
sure.
all of them, Bo Dukes, everyone. Uh, but I really, and again, that brings me to this top fucking 50. Now we can talk about it.
Oh
My
shit,
version,
okay. Okay.
my version of this
Okay.
top 50. I personally do not like that shit, right? Just a disclaimer, Jorge. That's why I was saying that even if you don't see me in front of the fucking camera, I will still back my boys, right?
Yeah, I think it's important to we force this nigga into being
He
a part
forced
of
me
that
into
list
this
shit.
top 50. But I was still throwing in yeah, no. But at the end of the day, it was just me having to back my boys, right?
Sure.
I just don't like ratings. I think everyone likes whoever they like. That's
Fair
why it's
enough.
also hard for me to think of who's my top five, who, you know what I
I
mean?
get
Who
you.
am I listening to? Because I just go on my
Yeah,
whatever
your
platform I
playlist
go
guys,
to,
man.
and I just press
Daily
shuffle.
mix, weekly mix.
I just
Yeah,
press
yeah.
shuffle and I go.
Yeah.
My playlists are very well, but they're fire. You must follow me. Yeah, I really just listen to everything that I can listen to, bro.
Let's take it to the conversations that were happening around the list.
Yeah,
I mean, niggas were vexed. Fair enough,
yeah. People
as
thought we were trolling.
expected, you know. But I think one thing people couldn't separate is the idea of impact and bars and all of that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I keep asking guys to give me their definition of impact in relation to the list. What is it for you? How do you determine a dude's impact?
You see, impact. Na impact yaka. How I relate to someone,
Sure.
but it's definitely not what is in the game, right? Because I I always look for those people that nobody listens to.
Yeah.
For me, they have that message,
Sure.
right? Those are the people I can relate to. And yeah, there's obviously commercial stuff and all of that. So if we're going to talk impact, right, not according to me, it's like how far did you take it? Like if even if it's that one song, how far did it reach? You know what I mean?
But when you say that, are you talking from a commercial
that's
success
why
point of
yes, that's
view,
why I
right?
said not kanna.
No, I'm saying
Yes,
that
from a commercial point of view.
that's how
right?
you okay.
Yes, so from a commercial point of view, it's for me, it's more like how far did you reach? For example, when this homie EXO, shout out to EXO, he came up, he brought some light to it, right?
Yeah.
Saying, "Hore, yeah, but how was Flabber
Low on the list.
low on the list, but he won a summer. His reach in South Africa as a whole was wide, right?
So his impact is crazy.
Yeah, so now you would look at it as someone from Mafikeng, because he was saying Hore, it was more Mosako bias.
Yeah.
And he wasn't the first person to say that.
Yeah, a lot of people say
right?
that.
And I
Which
get it.
in hindsight I get.
Yes.
I 100% agree with it.
Knowing gore I came from Mafikeng, ha ke fihla mo Joburg ke kgone go utlwang ka bo Slaghuis and things
Sure.
like that. When I'm in school and someone is telling me about Golden Shovel, he's like, "You don't know Golden Shovel?" I'm
Sure.
like, "Nah, motherfucker. I know Jabba.
Yeah.
I know
I know
Tooks.
Kulichana,
you
nigga.
understand?
Sure.
But yeah, but Golden Shovel is dope.
It's
It's
hard.
just that from
Shit,
where
we had
I
a cipher
came
with
from.
Golden Shovel back in the day. Yeah.
Well back.
Yeah.
Go.
The
Someone
Sands.
sent in the Sands. Yeah. Shut up, man.
Away.
You know what I mean? So even then, when I met him,
Sure.
right, I was like, oh my God.
Away.
This is who they introduced me to in high school.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
But obviously, knowing me, you know, I'll always keep like a...
Keep it G'd up.
Keep it G. I'll never show anyone that I'm excited to meet them. But anyway. Yeah, so it made me think like that, right? Ko Mafikeng, o tlo go fitlhela there's those people that will rate, for example, Jabba over everybody.
Yeah.
Go to Soweto, but who they're gonna rate? They're gonna rate Pro
Kid.
Kid over everybody.
Yeah.
Go to Durban, you know, they'll rate someone else
Yeah.
over everybody.
Yeah.
Zulu Boy,
Zulu Boy over everybody, yeah.
Azakwe, you know,
Yeah.
they'll rate them over everybody. But Duncan and everybody is that dope.
Sure.
And that is why, for me, I don't really fuck with lists and things like that. They're very interesting to engage. And I think that's the one thing that people forgot to read people.
Yeah.
We specifically said it's for engagement fucking purposes.
Yeah, it's
Next thing,
it's a survey, dog.
some nigga. And the thing is, also, this also brings me to people also don't know how to have like constructive conversations, right?
yeah.
Because yanong ra rogiwa da, and remember I was even giving you a call like, yo, go check this nigga before I start cussing somebody out, right?
Yeah, man, niggas don't know how to behave online, man. Like,
you know,
yeah.
perhaps, and now I'm like, okay, bro, I get you. First of all, don't fucking talk to me like that because of that.
Sure.
Secondly, let's. How about you give me something?
Yeah.
Right. Give me top 5. That
Quiet.
motherfucker ran away. Another person, same thing. I was like, oh, cool, I hear you, but
Sure.
give me reshuffle just the first top
Yeah.
for me.
Fix it. Put it according to how you
Everybody
want to see
moved
it.
away from that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So at some point, it was very difficult to have those dope conversations. You know, like, oh, Toady actually came back and was like, "Hey, man, I don't belong there."
Yeah.
Because I did this,
Away.
but it's not like those. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Which is hard respect.
Sure.
So at the end of the day, everyone is gonna like what they like. You know,
True.
But good music is good
But
music, man. You can't get away from it.
I'm still gonna try and like we must get to a point where we have a metric that we agree on. That these niggas in position, because
How many
Cause
people
Okgopole,
are there for you to have that metric to agree on? Because
the
now,
thing. So
if we're going to put numbers and
yes,
which
so
we have to,
I'm
right?
saying the work that I'm willing to do, right, and it's a lot of work too, because it needs to be mathematical, right? When it comes to SA Hip Hop Awards, I'll use that as an example. When submissions are made and though that music is now being judged, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know, like we know how the Grammys work. It's that information
not
is
really.
available for public. You know, you can question the committee. There's a whole committee put together over a period, there's a whole judging process of like it takes a whole year for music ya di Grammy to be looked at and judged and blah, 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 blah. Same with the Summers. There's a committee, there's people that are sent music, they listen to it, blah, 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 blah. With SA Papas, we don't know what the process is really, right? And then there's the voting element of it, which I feel like it's a bit, nah, bro. It takes away credibility from actually being given an award, right? So, they
That's
need
popularity now, right?
Right, it's a popularity
Okay.
contest. You know what I mean? Which is, I have no interest in that. You know what I mean? But there needs to be a metric that we can trust that, okay, these guys have done the work to say, if they say 1, 2, 3, 4, and
But-
then we can trust that
Okay.
they did the fucking mathematics to get to that conclusion. It's not an opinion. You get what I'm saying?
That is
We
going
need
to
to
be
remove
tricky.
opinion out
So,
of
for
this shit.
example, what's that bar? Yeah. That kid that you said you're not a fan of.
Lucas,
A,
the one from the song.
there's some bar. Yone
Hippopotamus, something.
Yone-
I mean, the
Yone-
flow like
eh.
hippopotamus.
Yone
Yeah.
right? How are you gonna put that knowing gore? There's someone there out there, and when you said it, when you mentioned it in your last clip, when you were talking about him,
Yeah.
I mean, again, everybody do what you do.
It's all ka lerato, guys.
Do what you do. Ke lerato ntho. Nna ke a go utlwa,
Sure.
right? Mare go na le ba bang ba ba sa go utlwing. Gore,
100%.
hey man, what do you mean that bar is hot?
I feel you.
So how is that going to come to play when you put those metrics there? That's why I'm not a fan of it.
No,
because
you, bro. I mean, come on, mix.
you can't
mix.
say.
Let's say
no,
we
Bona,
can't.
You
we
can't
can't-
say. You can't say. "Gore, no, that bar is not hot. And then 10 other people are gonna say, "Oh no, that bar is hot." Not even specifically that one. I'm just making an example.
I get what you're
right? 10 other people are saying, "No, but that bar is hot." Who are we going to listen to?
No, you see, judging lyrical capability. There's a big element of opinion in that, right? But all the other factors, bro, cannot be based off of personal preference.
Unfortunately, that's what music is about, bro.
No, I get that. That's the
really
reality.
what it's about. And also, when we're talking about that bar and you saying
Yeah,
no,
but
I'm saying, here's another example,
Sure.
right? There's going to be 2 other people that are going to join this conversation, right?
Sure.
One is going to be maybe someone like me that's like, let's listen to this shit, and I'm like, yeah, that's terrible, right? Mare, go na le o ratang dilo, the next person, because there's 10 people that are liking it and bumping to it. They don't give a fuck because the crowd is loving it. They're gonna go with the crowd. Those are the 2 different people that I'm talking about. Like the metrics that you're talking about is gonna have to be so solid that even those fucking bandwagon people,
Will
those
shut the fuck up and be
bandwagon
like, yeah.
jumpers, will be like, okay, no, I hear you.
And
That's the difficult
and that's what I'm saying. It's like it needs to get to that point. It's difficult. No doubt in my mind that this shit ain't gonna be easy. But the work needs to be done, bro.
Muna, spend time
Because we
on-
can't just accept Hori.
No, you must.
You know,
You
it
must
is
accept.
what it is.
You know
I
what you
cannot
must
know
do?
why it
Wait,
is
you know
what it
you-
is.
You know
though.
what you must do? You must just sit down and write lyrics, bro. Write songs. Fuck this bullshit because we must also understand, just like how I'm saying, I'm not worried about none of these niggas because these niggas ain't worried about me.
I feel you. I
right?
feel you on that. But dog, like you can't shy away from the fact that hip hop conversation when it comes to like talking about the art and comparing art,
yes,
comparing
hip-hop is very
it's
competitive.
Very,
It's part of the conversation.
Yeah, but when that conversation, like why I like Bo Ebro and when they have these debates, like niggas back up what they're saying, even if I disagree. this nigga is saying what he's saying based off of 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And the mere fact that you can articulate your reasoning well, like, yeah, okay, I feel you. I can't knock you for what you're saying or how you feel. But you can't just come and say some bullshit, and then when I ask you why, you ain't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to go at right now, right? You can't be just talking about things and using your opinion as a metric, bro. And then when we question it, you are just like, but it is what it is. That's how I feel. You get what I'm saying? That ain't it. That ain't it, bro. That ain't it. Especially if you are in charge of an award situation. Like, if your opinion is trash, then does your situation have any credibility?
You see,
let's make shit credible by backing it up with like some well thought out fucking reasoning, bro.
I hear you.
You know, let's
definitely hear you.
up the fucking
and it would be
the ante, man.
Yeah, I definitely hear you on that, right? But that's a very tough job.
It must be done, dog.
We tasted a small bit of it.
Yes.
A small bit of it. Just by a top 50 list that we were innocently saying, hey guys, please help us reshuffle this thing.
Sure.
You know? And all of a sudden, now imagine what those niggas are going through for a whole award show, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's
because everybody has their favorite.
But nigga,
if for example,
you can't go to war and say you don't want to get shot.
If A-Reese how we need this year, you understand?
I feel you.
And his shit is dope.
His shit is dope.
His shit is
nah,
dope.
His shit is dope.
So now I'm saying his shit is dope. If
somebody else
anything, it's going to be a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But
if that's the position you chose, bro, that's the job you gotta do. It must be done. You can't now abdicate your responsibilities.
It's first you also, but another thing that you would have to have people align with you on is just the way of thinking. Like, be open-minded.
Sure.
And it's very hard for a nigga to be open-minded when you're fucking with his favorite artist.
True. Ish. Yeah, but nah, bruh. Niggas must put their feelings aside and like nitty sometimes, gents. But if you disagree, then back it up with reasoning. That's all I'm saying.
Sometimes
that's all I'm
gives
saying.
A fuck about the truth,
like let's back some shit up with like some fucking reasoning, bruh. Mix you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna let that nigga walk away saying dog. Nah, nigga. Come on.
But,
you know, that's all I'm saying. It's like, yo, man, let the powers that be actually do the work in making it make sense. You know?
But it's also what you're in it for, bro.
It's a tough one, bro.
It's really tough.
This thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want hip hop conversations, man. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. They're interesting. But
they can vex you.
Yeah,
they can really vex you.
But you just come to realize that everybody likes what the fuck they like, bro.
Not true.
You know, wetse bana o ba khona go utlwela hip hop e ratang
o ke so botse
o se modilo. Those are the ones you must tell. You cannot tell me that bar is hot, bro. You cannot. Like Sanji, hippopotamus, he must be like,
stop it now.
You know what I mean?
Stop it now, pay rent.
You can't go tell the kid next door. Come on, dog, you know?
Nah, I feel you, man.
Shit, man. Shout out to everybody.
Shout out hip hop.
Yeah.
Shout out Mzansi hip hop.
Very interesting these days.
But some other gentleman needs to stop it. Stop what you're doing, sir.
Yeah.
Stop what you're doing, please. But until next time, bafowethu. Ke ba ha o khana